Dejan Whisper Richards needs to be more of a team player.
For St. George's, I think if one thing to say about St. George's, it would be 2 words, and that would be groundbreaking. Welcome sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Jomar.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes people, but before we get into today's video, don't forget to like this one. Leave a comment under the video and subscribe to This or That Sports TV if you're not already subscribed. I want to do one more thing though, bro.
Share the video to at least 10 people. Ensure that you guys get us at least 6 subscribers, because if each and every one, see people that can't even talk, like we're not even gonna edit that out. If each and every one of you guys can get us 6 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that will get us by the end of the day?
Alright, so people, we do our weekly Manning Cup videos, and today we're going to break down the last week of the first round. Right, so we're going to talk about the groups. So I think it's all about confirmed the teams that will be advancing to the second round. And yeah, let's just go through the groups as usual and then we'll talk about each.
In the upcoming weekend there has a few games,
One more game left in the first round for every team. Every team played 9 games so far.
Yeah, and those games will have bearings, especially on the best third place.
We can talk about it, let's do it. Alright, so in Group A, Kingston College, I top that group, 24 points. George is also on 24 points, and they both have a plus 35 goal difference.
That's ridiculous.
So guess which game determined who finished in the number 1 spot in that group?
The finals.
The North Street Derby. So Saturday will be a big game for more reasons than one. For bragging rights, obviously. It's always a good game. George is always on the KC always on the Georges. Also determines who finishes in that number 1 spot. What do you want to say about that game, bro?
The only thing I have to say about that game is that This or That Sports TV will definitively be there.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to say, KC will get there, get back. I think this is the match that KC get there.
We are speaking as objective journalists on this channel. I'm not going to uphold the subjectivity on this YouTube channel.
That's 100%.
This or That Sports TV
zero bias.
Is a place where you guys come to get facts, and I will not allow you to perpetrate propaganda on this channel.
Anyways, people, Saturday when we do our interviews and when we do our vlog, Sunday you'll see that Rush's prediction was right. This is not even my opinion. This is a prediction. I'm making a prediction. I'm not just loosely throwing my opinion out there, bro. Is that? Come on. So who do you think will win this game?
I think the game will finish in a 0-0 draw.
So man, I'm gonna save. But anyway, Waterford sitting in 3rd spot on 12 points with 1 game to go. I think it's going to be hard for them to make it to the best 3rd place.
I'll go as far as to say impossible.
It's next to impossible.
They will not be making it.
And if they win, they'll go on 15 points. And I don't think that will be enough. That will not be enough. Waterford will be playing Arden though. Yeah. So I think they can count that 3 points, but it won't be enough.
I don't think they can count that 3 points.
So Calabar out, Arden out, Meadowbrook out. That's Group A. Group B, Jamaica College on 25 points, St. Catherine High School, on 22 points. JC with a goal difference of 54. That's a lot of goals.
Yeah, well, to be honest, they were put in the same zone as Cedar Grove and St. Mary's College. I'm not sure who was responsible for making these zones, but I think that person is a bit incompetent.
Yeah.
Because, having Cedar Grove and St. Mary's College in the same zone, of course you're going to have an exorbitant goal difference.
Yeah.
And then one would say, but Jomar, Catherine though, they don't necessarily have a rezoning goal difference. And I would say to you, you're absolutely correct.
31 is still a lot of goals, bro. They scored 34 goals in the Manning Cup. Yeah. That's still a lot of goals. So, and I think most of their goals came against St. Mary's College also.
Well, obviously.
So
what's St. Mary's College's deficit?
Negative 49. That's their goal difference.
Also managing to get 3 points.
They scored 7 goals though. So, we're not gonna be sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic.
No, I want to say, they scored 7 goals. That's a lot.
7 goals is way more than they scored last season.
True. Alright.
Big up to St. Mary's College.
Important to note in this group though, St. Jago's on 15 points.
Yeah.
Right? They have one game to go.
St. Mary's
College.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that they'll beat St. Mary's College.
By at least 5 goals.
Right, so that would take them to 18 points, and that would put them in prime position to advance to the second round. In fact, even if they lose that game, I think they will still make it to the second round. But as we go down to the groups, we'll see for sure. So St. Jago,
they will not lose that game.
They will not lose that game, and St. Jago will be one of the best third teams.
Yeah.
Take one of those best third team spots. Group C, we have Charlie Smith. Bro, really wanted to do a feature at Charlie Smith. I feel like Charlie Smith is one of those underrated teams in the Money Cup. They're not getting the coverage that they should receive. A lot of people are not talking about Charlie Smith. They are 26 points.
Never say never, it's never too late.
Never too late. They are unbeaten in the Money Cup.
Yeah.
Goal difference 12, but this is a more competitive group, so that there's not much to say about that. Haile Selassie on 20 points. That's a good season for Haile Selassie. They'll be going to the second round. And Tivoli Gardens High School on 13 points with one game to go. And they are also in a good position to make it to the second round.
Who do they play in their final?
Let's see who they play. And the thing is, if they win this game, bro, I think we can say that they'll make it to the second round. They have Bridgeport. They have Bridgeport to play in their final game, and Bridgeport is in the 5th spot. So I think we can say that Tivoli should win that game. Bridgeport with a negative 12 goal difference, bro.
Well, there's only one thing that we can do, and it's just see.
We're gonna see. I think it's safe to say they'll win though, but let's see, people. Edith Dalton James out. They will not be advancing to the second round. Good season from them though. 3 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. That's not bad. Bridgeport also out. Vauxhall out of the Money Cup. Group D. This is a very competitive group. Jonathan Grant 23 points. Stats 21 points. Both teams unbeaten in the Money Cup this year. And Norman Manley on 16 points. These are the 2 teams. Again, Norman Manley, I think it's safe to say we make it to the second round.
Yeah, and Norman Manley, between Norman Manley and St. Jago are the 2 teams in prime position to qualify as the best third place. You know, in fact, it is in Norman Manley's hands.
Yeah.
All they have to do is secure 3 points, and they will be the best third place team. And
let's look who Norman Manley will play in their final game. Jonathan Grant. Ooh. That's a hard game. They're playing the tabletoppers, bro.
Yeah, so
we can't count that one.
No, we definitely can't count that one. So what we can count on is for St. Jago High to end on 18 points.
Yeah.
But normally are currently on 16 points. I don't think we can count on them finishing with any more than 16 points, considering that they're playing against Jamaican.
And you know the truth is, even if they finish with 16 points, I think there are 4 best 13 spots, right? 16 points should be enough to get them one of those 4 spots. But yeah, that's a very hard game for Jonathan Grant. Good season from Norman Manley High School though, I have to say. Dunoon, Tarrant and Spanish Town are there going on to the competition at this point. Not much to say about that. Group E.
Now for the actual group of death.
The group of death. Mona on 27 points, still unbeaten, still winning out in the competition. They won all 9 of their games. Woolman's High School, Woolman's School, Boys School, sorry. Yeah, the only school.
Yeah.
Woolman's Boys School, 18 points. Respectable season, nevertheless. Heidel on 14 points, in a good position to make it to the second round.
Yeah.
So you see that there's a lot to play for in the final game.
I think Heidel will be finishing on 14 points. Because
Heidel is they're playing Mona.
And we will be covering that much, by the way, people. But yeah, I think Heidel is going to finish on 14 points. So they're going to have to hope that other fixtures and other games go desirable for them, because they're not getting anything from Mona on Friday. Yeah,
I was hoping that Camperdown could. They were trying to make a surge,
and
they tried it, valiant effort, but it just didn't work out. And 9 games gone, they only won 2 games.
Amidst disciplinary issues and player availability, so on and so forth, I think they made a valiant fight back from a very, very slow start. Big ups to Camperdown. Yeah, but
out of 9 games, they can't win 2. You just can't win 2. They're too good to do that. I feel like Camperdown is a decent team. I saw them at full strength. We saw them at full strength at Excelsior, and they were good. So I feel like this is a weird one for them. I don't think they should judge their team just on this performance, because I think they do have quality. I must say. And they have one of the best players in the Money Cup.
That's the thing about schoolboy football. You get a chance,
you have to take it.
And your window is closed. People graduate, people move on with their lives.
That's it. Next year we might just be seeing a new team,
exactly.
a different team. In Group F, my favorite group, obviously. We have Excelsior on 24 points, unbeaten. You know, we have to mention these unbeaten teams because it's not easy to play 10 games and not lose. So, Excelsior on 24 points, Campion College on 19 points, bro. That is a very good season.
Finally losing. You know, they lost on Thursday.
Yeah,
today.
it would have been Thursday. Yeah.
They lost on Thursday to Excelsior, and it was 3-1. You know, I think they held on for so long, managing to avoiding defeat for the whole season, and finally falling on the last game on their first round. Two. But I think is the best team in their zone. No shame in that.
Not at all. But a point tally of 19 points. They played all their 10 games already. So not much to say about that. But Kingston Technical though, they're on 14 points.
Yeah.
I think they can just count. They can count out that. Norman Manley on 16. Tivoli Gardens with 1 game to play on 13. St. Jago on 15. And Heidel on 14 points with plus 8. Kingston Technical on 14 points with plus 2. So I don't think. In fact, I think 14 points just might get them because it's 14. So Heidel will be 1, Kingston Technical will be 1, Norman Manley will be 1, and St. Jago will be 1. Tivoli would have to win their game to jump one of those teams with 14 points. You know, so bro, a lot to play for in the final game of the Manning Cup.
Premier League Super Sunday.
Yes.
This is going to be schoolboy football Super Friday Saturday.
Yeah, it will be, and I will be excited. We'll be at least 2 of these games. We'll be covering them, and you guys will be.
Well, as I said, we'll be seeing Mona. We'll be seeing Mona Heidel. I think that's an important game, considering that Heidel do need to secure those points to ultimately secure qualification over Tivoli High School. Heidel needs to get some points out of that game, and then we'll bet Winchester Park on Saturday.
For sure.
So we'll be active.
Yeah. Before we leave though, bro, let's cover some teams of the Manning Cup. One team is George's comeback. After an embarrassing season last year, they're back and they're looking back to their best. What do you have to say about George's, bro? Your pick to win the Manning Cup.
Brian Burkett. He's only the leading goal scorer in the Manning Cup. You know, managing to score, I think, is 14 goals from 9 games.
That's impressive.
It just seems like a brace is inevitable for that guy. Even when he's not on his A game, he seems to score goals. And apparently he's an attacking midfielder, but what he's been playing this season is a forward, as a left winger, and he's been absolutely doing the business for St. George's. So I think if one thing to say about St. George's, it would be 2 words, and that would be Brian Burkett. But St. George's, besides Burkett, have looked like a unit. You know, they're disciplined, they're well coached, as we know. You know, the introduction of players like Xavier Taylor have improved their team dramatically since last year, and they're just like a unit, a well-oiled machine that had the chance to prepare this season, and it shows. Yeah.
Also, we see the mastermind, we see the expertise of Neville, bro, and Marcel Gill. They have a good program going on there. We see it for years, bro, and they will not have 2 back-to-back poor seasons. We said that coming into the season, and we see it. Also,
they did their work. If George manages to win the Manning Cup this season, I will permit them to not count last season.
Alright. I mean, we can't go there with that.
Because they said that they weren't counting last season, and I was like, nah, it can't.
Go with that,
It can't. But if them lift the Manning Cup trophy at the end of the season, we wiped last year from them.
Alright, fair to say. One more team though, just across the street, you know, a couple steps away, over at Kingston College. There's a team there's a running team that, you know, Dejan Whisper Richards needs to be more of a team player. You know, a lot of KC supporters, and even just, you know, watchers of the Manning Cup are saying that Whisper needs to pass the ball more, needs to be more of a team player. I don't necessarily agree with that, but he has something like maybe 8 or 9 assists already in the Manning Cup, scoring a lot of goals. In fact, you know, his agent is the person responsible for his development. You know, took a shot at the KC coaching staff just yesterday. He posted something on Instagram. People can go and see that on Craig Butler's page. You know, he said that, let the kid play. You know, let him play and play. He's the best goal scorer on the team. Stop asking him to pass the ball to players that are going to kick it away. And you get a penalty. I even said it to the coach. I don't remember if it was on or off it. I said, coach, you get a penalty. Whisper, half a kick it. He's the best goal scorer. So that's another team. In terms of Whisper being a team player, I watched KC a couple times. I don't see what what's there to do. That I don't see where he's not being a team player. I see him passing the ball. You know, he can work harder. You know, he can run a bit more. His work effort is something to talk about. But in terms of on the ball, he has to take a few players and he create opportunities for his teammates. You know,
but he's not shy about getting squares into the box.
Not at all.
He's not shy about getting squares into the box. He's not shy about getting down the wing and cutting it back for teammates to get goals.
Yeah.
And we've seen assists where he has clear opportunities and he just finds joy in passing the ball. You know, his teammates scoring and he just runs and celebrates it.
Yeah.
You know, he seemed very, very, very excited when KC scored the 2 goals on the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where his assertion is being made. His intensity could use improvement, but I don't necessarily believe that Dejan Richards needs to be more of a quote-unquote team player.
Yeah. Also, they'll figure it out. You know, Kingston College have a good coaching staff over there. They have a good program going. So I think they'll figure it out. They'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are the two main teams for the Manning Cup this season. I have to give a big shout out to JC, bro. They're doing well. We didn't give them much coverage this year. In fact, we didn't pick them as any of our favorite to win the Manning Cup this year. So quick shout out to JC. Anything else before we leave, bro?
I haven't picked them to be my favorite at the beginning of the season. My favorite is still George, regardless. Mm-hmm. And I've seen JC play now a few times, and I do respect the talent that they possess because that is just par for the course for a Jamaican college team. They will always be field talented players. However, I just do think the prowess of Neville Bertis Bell will ultimately reign supreme at the end of this Manning Cup. I still hold my prediction.
Yeah, I hear you, bro, and that's not a bad take at all. But people, if you like this one, you know, it's our weekly Manning Cup video. People, you're going to get more videos like this. You're also going to get more vlogs, more interviews, you know, more highlight videos, more matches. So stay tuned to this or that Sports TV. If you like the content that we produce, or if you don't like it, like the video. Straight. Leave a comment on the video and subscribe to this or that Sports TV. What else you want to do, bro?
Share the video to at least 10 people, but get us at least 6 subscribers. Because if you guys do that, do you know how many subscribers that get us by the end of the day, people? So, this is this or that Sports TV.
We out.